उमज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिन्निति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। So here we see Kapila Muni describing about the householders who are not interested in the topics related to the Supreme Lord, but are interested in some mundane things. In the previous verses also, the description was there. Pitrin yajanti anudinam griheshu aviratashayah. So, in varieties of ways, they take up to worship of other devatas, demigods. They perform ritualistic ceremonies, yajnas. The focus is economic development and sense gratification. Predominantly sense gratification. Why economic development is required? So that if money is there, only that promises sense gratification. They are never concerned towards the fourth one, which is moksha. Therefore they were called as Traivargika. Yes, Traivargika. Traivargikaste Purusha. Only dharma, artha and kama. Predominantly kama. For their sense gratification, if I perform dharma, I can get, so they'll perform dharma. For my sense gratification, I require money, so they are interested in artha, economic development. So this is their life. And such people, continuing, here it is said, Nonam daivena vihata. They are condemned by the Supreme Lord. Such people are not appreciated. They are condemned. And another characteristic specifically mentioned here, Ye cha achyuta katha sudham hitva. Achyuta katha sudha. Sudha means nectar. Achyuta katha sudha. Achyuta, the Supreme Lord, who is infallible, who performs wonderful feats, and hearing them is like nectar, sudha. And hearing them, the glories of hearing sufficiently it's mentioned in Bhagavatam. In one place it is said, Satam prasangan mama virya samvido. Coming in association of devotees, Satam prasangan mama virya samvidaha. Just in the association of devotees, we hear the wonderful activities of the Supreme Lord. Bhavanti hrit karna rasayana katah. It is like rasayana, very tasty. Actually, rasayana we prepare, that's tasty for the tongue. Likewise, hearing about the activities of the Lord is like that rasayana, very tasty thing for the ears. Bhavanti hrit karna. It's not only for ears, for the heart also. It pacifies the heart. हृत्कर्ण रसायना कथा तज्जोषणात् आशु अपवर्गवर्त्मनि. Any person tadjoshanat, he cultivates this activity of what? Regularly hearing about the activities of the Lord. Tadjoshanat. So what's the result of that? Ashu apavarga vartmani. Quickly he'll be put on the path towards liberation. Apavarga. Pa pa ba bha ma. Pavarga, opposite of that, transcendence. Ashu apavarga vartmani, shraddha, ratir, bhaktir, anukramishati. Step by step, he will obtain. First is shraddha. Go on hearing, faith will develop. Rati, as of now in the beginning, attraction may not be there. But go on hearing, attraction will come. And finally, bhakti, devotion, unalloyed devotion will develop in that person's heart. Shraddha, ratir, bhaktir, anukramishati. So these are the glories of hearing about the wonderful activities of the Supreme Lord, Rasayana Katha. So same thing is said here. Ye cha achyuta katha sudham. So likewise is achyuta katha nectar hitva. Those people who are too much after sense gratification, they give up hearing about the wonderful activities of the Supreme Lord, which are like nectar. Okay, they give up this and they'll simply keep quiet without hearing or understanding, speaking about anything. No. They can't keep quiet. What do? Shrinvati asad gatha. They hear about asat, temporary gatha, temporary stories, temporary or fictional speculative stories, imaginative characters, and all such things. In the purport, Srila Prabhupada mentions, everyone is addicted to hearing of the activities of another person. This is by nature. Everyone wants to hear about another person. Whether a politician or a rich man or an imaginary character whose activities are created in a novel. You have said, we see this. You open daily newspapers, this politician did like this, that politician did like that, he commented like this, he responded like this, some cinema actor went to this place, did this, wore this kind of dress, he drove in this kind of vehicle, and these many people attended. All these things. This is asat gata. Asat gata means asat. Stories about materialistic persons. And not just this. Okay, here at least, okay, politicians, cinema stars or sportsmen, that is one part. It doesn't end there. Some activities of imaginary characters created in a novel. We are also interested in reading novels. Some kadambari, kate kadambari, we say. Novels, some fictional characters. Just like in our school days also we were made to read stories of Harry Potter, Tom Sawyer, all imaginary fictional characters. So we have to study that, write essays on that, prepare for examination, question papers will be based on that, all of these things, some fictional characters. So this is what we'll be doing if we don't hear Hari Katha, Achyuta Katha Sudha, On the other hand, we are interested in asadgata. All of these imaginary characters in novel, stories of another person, politician, rich man, and all these things. There are so many nonsensical literature, stories and books of speculative philosophy. Materialistic persons are very interested in reading such literature. They are very interested. They can't stop this. They want to hear. Okay, this is about those people who can read. They read newspapers, novels, storybooks and all. If they are unable to read, they hear from others some stories. This person did like that person did like this. They keep hearing. And with the advent of whatever technology now, through our whatever mobile phones, smartphones, we hear and see. Just keep pressing some buttons, whichever story you want, from whichever part of the world, whichever news or whatever, everything it is there. The difference we should identify. One is Achyuta Katha Sudha, nectar. Another thing is, the last line it is said, Purisham Iva Vidbhujaha. So if we don't drink Achyuta Katha Sudha, nectar of the transcendental pastimes of the Lord, Shrinvati Asadgata Purisham Iva Vidbhujaha, just like a stool-eating hog. Any other literature, any mundane things, any fictional things you hear, it is compared to stool-eating hogs, eating only stool. We are holding one big bunch of newspaper, some magazines, reading some stories, means what are we doing? We are eating stool. Consuming all obnoxious things. That has to be avoided. At least earlier, the distinction was clear. As I told you earlier, newspapers were there. Literally, as a paper is there, open, and we were able to make out at least some newspaper they are reading. But now, everything, no hard copy, not many people, now it is not there much. All mobile phone, soft copy. Then what is going on, what they are reading? You should be very careful. Just like we have seen in that Abhay Charan video, how when first time Srila Prabhupada, like the Bhagavatam books were printed in English, first 3 cantos, when he was in India itself, he had published first 3 cantos of Srimad Bhagavatam in English. Prior to that, Bhagavatam was not available in English. Somewhere in Vrindavan, in Raman Reddy, there was an ashram, big ashram. There is one Swami Guru there, and he had many disciples, students. And one of the student, he had taken this Bhagavatam book and he is reading somewhere. And other his associates, they saw, because first of all, English only, many people they don't know. Somehow they were able to make out, he's reading some English book. They went and asked him, what are you reading? He says, I'm reading Bhagavatam. Hey, you are telling lies. Bhagavatam means it is in Sanskrit, in whatever Bengali, Acharyas have written translation, all those things. You are reading some English book and you are telling you are reading Bhagavatam. Come, we'll take you to our Guru and they'll pull him there. And finally they could make out. So the point is, at least earlier some grossly we were able to make out. You're reading newspaper or reading magazine or what he is reading. But now especially keeping one mobile phone, somewhere we may start with Achyuta Katha, Sudha, nectar. But after some time, with whatever recommendations we may get, we may end up in Purisham Iva Vidbhujaha, eating stool like pigs, consuming all obnoxious things. So as devotees, we should be very, very careful. This is the gulf of difference. One is nectar, another thing is whatever, stew. This is the difference. So everyone likes eating nectar. Just like now Dasara season. I remember when I was in my home, every year few of my relatives, they used to go to Mysore, attend the Dasara festivities there, and they used to bring a special Mysore pak cooked in ghee, and the ghee will be whatever it is, will be flowing very fresh and very tasty, delicious. So everyone likes it, but we should be aware there is another category of living entities who are not interested in this. Nice, fresh, made in ghee, milk. No, which are hogs. They don't like it if you give them also. They are interested in eating obnoxious things, bad smelling, and they find it very relishable. So as devotees, as sadhakas, we should understand our position. What to do? The nectar may be available. The nice preparation of ghee, milk is available. But as of today, my consciousness is very low. It is not, we are not appreciating that. So it is almost inclined towards or much towards a stool-eating hog, interested in some obnoxious things. But as sadhakas, this is the tapasya what we are supposed to take up. At least theoretically, we should be aware of what is nectar and what is stool, what I should be involved in and what I should keep it away. All of these things, how we will get? By reading this Bhagavatam. Just like Kapila Muni is telling, Achyuta Katha Sudha. Lord's activities are like nectar, and any other asadgata of whatever temporary people, fictions, novels, of whatever materialistic people, anything we hear, this come under the category of Purisham Iva Vidbhujaha, stool-eating hogs. Theoretically, we should be very much clear with this. And the next step would be, even though the natural inclination is not there towards Harikatha, as a matter of duty, similar to a medicine and diet, we should follow. We should hear regularly, we should make it a habit to hear. So a day will come when this diseased condition we will be aware, and then the natural relish for hearing the pastimes of the Lord will awaken in our heart. So for that we have to, this tapasya we have to take up. Then a few more points let us see. Another important verse from the Bhagavatam we should recollect in this connection, wherein Suta Goswami says, Bile vatorukrama vikramanye na bile vata urukrama vikramanye na shrinvataha karnapute narasya. Everyone have got 2 ear holes, and these ear holes are meant for injecting the name, qualities, activities of the Supreme Lord, to hear about all of these. If it is not engaged in such activity, then it is nothing but a bila, meaning a snake hole. Bile vata urukrama vikramanye na shrinvataha karnapute narasya. That ear hole of a person which doesn't hear the nectar of the activities of the Supreme Lord is nothing but a snake hole, a bila. Similarly, Jihva asati dardurikeva suta nacha upagayati urgaya gataha. That tongue which doesn't glorify the activities, qualities, name, form of the Lord, that is compared to asati dardurikeva suta. Dardurika means frog, the tongue of a frog. Simply it will create some disturbing sound just to invite the snakes. The snakes will come and eat up the frog. So this is how, if you don't engage in the tongue, in the activity of glorification of the Lord, it is like the tongue of the frog. On the other hand, devotees, we should remember great saintly personalities, great devotees like Ambarisha Maharaja. Shrutim Chakara Chuta Satkathodaye. He was engaging his ears in hearing about the activities of the Lord, and Vachamsi Vaikuntha Gunanuvarnane, and his mouth or tongue in glorifying, in describing the activities of the Lord of Vaikuntha. So we have to follow in the footsteps of such great devotees and not make our tongue and ears like a bila or the tongue of a frog. So here, another thing we should recollect from the pastimes of Srila Prabhupada, how Srila Prabhupada was so convinced with this process of hearing and chanting throughout the Bhagavatam. In various places we find this. The glories of hearing the message of the Lord. Everyone, somehow or the other, we have to hear about the Lord. This is the prime subject matter for hearing and chanting. So if this is done, any person, however fallen he may be, he will be elevated to he'll be elevated at least to the highest mode, Sattva Guna, and gradually to Shuddha Sattva, and he becomes a devotee. That was the conviction which Srila Prabhupada had, which he expressed in the song which he composed on board Jaladuta. So he quotes the verses from the Bhagavatam, Shrindvatam Swakata Krishna Punya Shravana Kirtana Hridi Antastohi Abhadrani Vidunoti Sahritsatam. Just by hearing about the Lord, one's heart will become cleansed. He'll be relieved from Rajoguna and Tamoguna effects, and he'll be situated in Sattva Guna. And all of his Hridaya Granthi, the knots in his heart, will be cut off. All of his doubts will be shattered, and he'll be able to see the Supreme Lord who is situated in his heart. So this conviction Srila Prabhupada had, and many of his letters he has written, we can see how he says, I'll go to the Western world because my spiritual master has ordered me to go. That's the place I should go and preach the message of Bhagavatam. And I'm very sure the Western world people, though they are not interested in these things, they are too much addicted to sense gratification. Still, somehow or the other, if I can make them hear Harikatha, if I can make them hear the Hare Krishna mantra, definitely their hearts will be transformed. For this purpose, I am ready to open hostels, ready to serve meat and eggs and wine also. I am very much confident that by hearing the Hare Krishna Mahamantra and the message of Bhagavata, surely they will be able to give up those unwanted things. As a preacher, this is a conviction which we should have, which our spiritual master Srila Prabhupada were greatly possessed. In the beginning, like when Shukadeva Goswami begins his speech, in the entire first canto we see the questions by the sages of Naimisharanya, headed by Shaunaka Rishi. They place in front of Suta Goswami. And Suta Goswami in turn offers his respect to his spiritual master Shukadeva Goswami and starts answering those 6 questions. And then the first canto ends with the description of Maharaja Parikshit, how he was cursed to die within 7 days and how he encountered his spiritual master Shukadeva Goswami. And in the second canto we find beginning with instructions by Shukadeva Goswami. So this is what he says. Variyan eshate prashnaha krito lokahitam nripa atmavid sammatah pumsam shrotavyadishu yah paraha. Shukadeva Goswami says, my dear King Parikshit, Variyan eshate prashnaha. Your questions are glorious. Why? Krito lokahitam nripa. O nripa, O king. The answers to these questions, lokahitam. It is highly beneficial for the entire world. And Atmavit sammatah pumsam. Atmavit, meaning those who know the truth. Atmavit. Sammataha. So your questions are all approved by the people who are aware of the absolute truth. Shrotavyadishu yah paraha. There are many things to hear in this material world. Shrotavyadishu yah paraha. Paraha means the supreme. This subject matter is the supreme, whatever thing available to hear. There are many things available to hear in this material world. Especially about sense gratification, eating, sleeping, mating, defending, different kinds of people, varieties of people, how they do it. That's all the subject matter. But, my dear king, so this question what you have asked, it is highly commendable, especially by the knowers of the absolute truth. It is beneficial for the entire society. And among all the things which are available to hear, this is the highest. Shrotavyadishu yah paraha. And he continues to say, Shrotavyadini Rajendra nrinam santi sahasrashaha apashyatam atmatattvam griheshu grihamedina. On the contrary, there are the grihamedis who are addicted to their own sense gratification, and for such people, nrinam santi sahasrashaha. Sahasra means thousands. Thousands and thousands of books and literature and so many things are there for such people to hear. They are all obnoxious. Purisham iva vidu. Devotees are not interested in this. But the questions you have asked about the Supreme Lord and this subject matter gives the highest benediction to the entire human society. It is approved by great knowers of the absolute truth, and this is the highest thing to hear about. So there Srila Prabhupada says, hearing from the text of Srimad Bhagavatam is considered the most important process of hearing. Srimad Bhagavatam is full of transcendental chanting of the holy name, and therefore the chanting and hearing of Srimad Bhagavatam are transcendentally full of mellows. So it is very tasty, very much nectarian. Because of our conditioned state, we may not be able to appreciate as of now. But tad joshanat, we should cultivate this habit on a regular basis to hear about the activities of the Lord, message of the Lord, the names of the Lord on a regular basis, then gradually we'll develop in our faith towards the Lord, in our attraction towards the Lord, and especially the final result, the final fruit of pure devotional service we will be able to get. And all of this begins from hearing the message of the Lord from the lips of pure devotees, and especially in the association of other devotees. We'll conclude with this. Grantraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Srila Prabhupada ki,